I was going in like McGregor. I was ready to win.
I think he gets a little too confident sometimes, so that's probably his weakness in this situation.
I was gonna crush her for sure.
Am I intimidated by Willy? Not at all. I've done so many machine trainings for customers. I also digitize.
Oh, the whole time I was there like, come on, baby, you got this. Come on.
Really need both of these to finish.
I was a little bit worried. Yeah, definitely. The mental game was more between the machine and I.
When they kept calling the time, I was getting a little scared.
Oof. I mean, as soon as I saw that, I said, oh man.
It was like major go time. Oh my god. I don't know what you guys gotta do with those.
Welcome, contestants! Now, before we begin the competition, you will have 10 minutes to prep your machines. At the end of 10 minutes, we will reset the clock and the competition will officially begin. Now remember, we are not only judging the amount of caps you can produce in an hour, but the quality of caps. And now you might have noticed that there are no thread spools on your machines. You will have to locate the thread spools in the correct colors as indicated by your run sheets. Are you both ready?
Ready.
All right, prep time begins now.
So I placed the spools on purpose all the way. I mean, I could have done it in the first 3 or the last 3. I could have done either or. I need them as close as possible so it can just go from 15 to 14 to 13 and stay in that area there.
Am I intimidated by Willy? Not at all. He does have a little bit longer, more technical experience than I do, but I've done so many machine trainings for customers. I also digitize. I think I can get 14 caps done.
Of course she's awesome. I mean, she does all the training, so she's constantly doing the same thing. So that's why I was a little bit worried.
Alrighty guys, you have 5 more minutes.
I tried to think of all of the things that could possibly go wrong. I don't even mind that I haven't seen the design before. I've never stitched out the design. As long as it's digitized properly, then I feel 100% confident that I can get it done.
So now another disadvantage that I have is that I have to make sure that my caps are perfectly aligned. Since I have a 2-head, if one is off to a little bit, when I try to align the other one goes off. So they both need to be like this. When you have 2 single heads, it doesn't really matter. You could always kind of put it in the middle.
I do have pretty good confidence with my hooping skills. I think the only thing that's a little nerve-wracking is if the hoop isn't fully tight on the hat, then the hat can actually shift a little bit, and that would cause a pretty big issue of loss of registration.
2 minutes left in prep time.
The worst thing that could go wrong would probably be,
You could have thread breaks, you could have tails.
other than a needle break, something a little bit greater, like a big bird's nest in the bobbin area. That takes a lot of time to clean up.
Alrighty guys, you've got 1 minute left. What are you gonna do with this last minute, Willy?
So I'm just going to be taking off this back piece. That's going to save me at least a couple seconds, right?
Alrighty guys, time is up. Hands off your machines. Alrighty, now we're going to reset the clock back. You're going to have 1 hour to complete as many caps. Are you guys ready to go?
Ready?
Yes.
All right, let's start the clock at 1 hour and begin.
not a thread break, it's a pop out, meaning my tensions are too tight. All I adjusted was just the middle thread tension. What it does is for all your needles, so maybe when I go to the next needle, I'll have to maybe remember to bring it back down.
So, Julia, what's your workflow strategy for this competition?
I'm just gonna keep both eyes on both hats, and if anything goes wrong, I'll be ready for it. And I do have an advantage because if one machine stops, the other one will still go on, and if Willy's machine stops, both heads stop. So I think I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, I'm not wasting no time. So by using the lighters, all the threads will pull in against each other, right? Not only that, it looks a lot neater, and if you have any tails, any small tails, this will burn it right through.
I can't do it when it's completely under the needles because then it'll burn, one, it could burn the needle, and two, the thread right away. So imagine if I burn the thread, I have thread breaks on all 3 needles. So I was waiting for it to move towards one side and do it quickly on that side. And then once it went to the other side, I did the same thing on the other side. So I had to keep going back and forth, paying attention to it.
I did get some extra spools of thread. While my hats were running, I tried to thread up secondary needles. So just in case I had some big issue or if a needle broke, instead of changing the needle out, I could just switch the needle number.
That was an awesome idea. I mean, I wish I could have thought about that. I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to copy her, but that wasn't a great idea.
When you have a very structured garment, you don't need stabilizer.
You think that saves any time?
Oh, definitely it does, yeah.
So I know it took a little bit longer on just the beginning, but I wasn't totally nervous until I started seeing her finish the caps, and mine wasn't done. So that's when I started getting nervous. Well, I mean, she was able to do those things faster because remember, her hooping doesn't need to be exact. I mean, the part of how tight it is, that needs to be exact. But for example, if you need to center it, 2 single heads, you don't really need to be right in the middle. So you could be off and then you recenter it with the arrow keys. Now, when I'm hooping, I have to hoop it exactly in the center. And if you notice, when you put the strap on and you tighten it, when you tighten it, it kind of moves, it kind of shifts the cap over just a bit. You always have to put a little bit towards the left. So once you strap it on, it shifts and it lands right on that center seam.
So I really want consistency. That's what we're going for. Consistency and quality. It looks really good to me.
Workflow would be different if you had 2 cap rings per head.
Ooh, it'll be a lot quicker. It'll just be pretty much it'll be just once this is running, I'll just hoop the other one. Once that's done, put it in, and it's just non-stop. It'll be quite fast.
Shoot. So something happened when I wasn't paying attention, and it looks like I lost registration.
Oh no.
So this hat definitely will not be able to enter into the running, and unfortunately I'll have to scrap this one.
Oof. I mean, as soon as I saw that, I said, that's it, man. That's it, that's game over. But what I think happened was that when placing the cap inside of the cap driver, you got 3 clips, right? So if one of those clips is not fully in there, I mean, that cap is gonna move. And then luckily she didn't get a needle break. But that registration issue, woo, I loved it.
No, the same thing can happen to Willy at any moment, so there's always time to catch up.
So hopefully all of my hats from here on out do well.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that issue she was having, I said, nah, that's it. I mean, I sat down, I started doing push-ups, you know. I do push-ups every day, just out of the norm. Hey, I did what, like 200 push-ups then? Yeah, on 200.
Notice I was losing by seconds, but you see, that's why those seconds of making sure that it's hooped correctly, that ended up paying off.
There you go.
Yeah, so after I threw that out, I started thinking, I said, well, I mean, if the point of the challenge is for production ready, so basically you send it to the customer and they're ready to put it on, I like to feel like that's the way it came, so from factory.
It's nice to receive a hat that feels brand new, so it was really a nice touch. I have to give him credit. Nervous that it's going to be really, really close.
That is some cardio, man. Woo!
Left. 2 minutes. You've got to put all your caps on deck and hands off.
You're going down on the wire with these last two. I sure am,
Do
yeah.
you think you're going to have time to clean them up? We are now down to seconds.
I wish I could increase the speed.
Hands off the machine.
Time!
It's been a close competition, but I've made my decision. And the final results are